ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into round number 3 of the 2024 AOMX MX Bikes Championship live here on Start Your Systems TV. I am, of course, Kellen Brower, and I will be maybe joined by a few people tonight. We're definitely going to jump in and talk to Dizzle and Talon, who run the AOMX Championship, about this race, round 3 here at Lommel. It is the MXGP of Flanders, so some people know it as Flanders in MX Bikes, but it is Lommel. That is essentially what it is. We're in Belgium. We've made it all the way over from racing Spring Creek last week to be here in Belgium this week, and the Deep Sands are ready to greet our competitors with new bikes as well. We have updated OEMs that have been all the talk of the town for about a week now. They came out last Sunday, and for a lot of competitors, this will be the first chance that we get to see them racing these bikes as well. So a lot of familiar faces have shown up here tonight to actually do some testing and see how these bikes feel on a sand track. So we're excited to bring you guys the action, see how this is going to go tonight, and yeah, have a little bit of fun along the way. So let's go ahead and jump back into our Discord with these gentlemen right here. We are on now with Dizzle and Talon, the boys who put it all together. How are we doing tonight, guys? Round 3 of the championship. We've made it out of the first 2 rounds in the USA back to some sand, which is more of Dizzle's alley. But how you guys feeling tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I was feeling better on the track earlier today or last night, but today it's been kind of lackluster. Lap times aren't as fast as I want them to be.
Well, Dizzle, you qualified straight in, and it hasn't happened that way for the first 2 rounds, I should say. I guess for you, you're just like, finally, I don't have to worry about this B final.
Yeah, it's a big weight off my shoulders. I get to kind of relax and watch a B final. I don't have to stress about making that top 10. But I qualify with a good amount of space between me and the cutoff too, so it was pretty good. I'm feeling good tonight.
Yes, indeed. So for those of you guys just joining us, this format is B final and then 2 A main motos, basically. So there is a B main to kick things off. We're just going to get that going here in a couple of minutes. That is 10 minutes plus 2 laps, 35 riders in that. The top 25 riders in qualifying, a very short 20-minute qualifying, have already been seeded into the motos. And then 10 riders from that B final will join our top competitors in the A final after that. Let's talk a little bit about qualifying if we can. I think you guys already got these up. Yep. So let's take a look here. And it appears the fastest time did go to TJ tonight at a 1:55.7. Brax, Caden, Isaac, and Lynn's all in the mix as well. Any surprises jumping off the page for you guys? I know you were a little bit astounded at some people going to the B final, I believe, right?
Yeah, there's a handful of pretty good guys that I'm assuming just didn't get their perfect lap in. Looking at the first couple out, we got Peak, he's the name in there. We got Gooey, SZA, Diencho, Cast, and pretty sure. Yeah, I did see Fear Murder in there. I'm pretty sure he's top 10 in points right now, so he really needs to make it through and score some points tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of points, as you mentioned, if you guys left with us last week, you saw obviously Rax go 1-1 at Spring Creek. We thought he was going to have the championship lead, but then a penalty came down. If you remember from, I believe it was the first moto, he got together on the uphill, paying back, I think, was it Splash? I forget who it was that he was giving the boot to.
Splash.
Yeah.
But gave Splash the business on the uphill out of the catapult and received a penalty. So not the points leader anymore, but not too big of a penalty either. He's still right in the mix, of course.
Yeah, obviously everybody saw it. It was right on stream, and Splash did end up sending that clip in to us in a protest. So, we obviously had to do something about it. That was very blatant, very intentional. He even admitted to it on stream. I know he said some stuff happened last week, or the previous round, I should say. But you can't really do that kind of stuff. There's a lot of money on the line here. And everybody's got to follow the rules. So.
Absolutely. So TJ, right, takes over the championship lead for the time being.
Yeah.
And
Tyler J will have it.
It's 3 points, or is it? I forget what the actual point differential is. But I thought it was.
It is a 3-point lead. Yeah.
Okay, so 3-point lead now for Tyler J, or TJ as he likes to be called these days. But Rax has been pretty good through those first 4 motos. Do you guys think he's going to fight back again tonight?
It's really hard to tell because, obviously, in this week between our last round and this round, they did drop the new OEMs. So it's been a little bit of a learning curve trying to figure out those things. It has been about a week. I think they released them on Sunday. So right after the MX Bikes at Nations. But yeah, they released them right after that. So we've all had about a week, but it's still trying to find the little things to get you that little bit of speed on these things.
Yeah, that is obviously a big curveball for both of you guys in dealing with that. You both made it into the A mains this week. Has it been a bigger challenge than you expected it to be to get adapted to these machines?
It took a little. Like for me, it took like pretty much the first day was really just learning them. But then after that, it was really finding the speed. So I think I got him down pretty quickly, but I know a lot of people were really struggling with them.
Yeah, I felt all right when they first came out. I didn't feel great, but I definitely felt like pretty good on Supercross at least. I didn't really figure it out much on motocross yet. But coming into tonight's round, I don't know. I feel like I'm finally clicking. I finally found the right throttle control needed and stuff. So, yeah, I'm liking them so far.
Good deal. Yeah, it's been a mixed bag for sure. Some people seem to enjoy the changes, some people not so much. So for both of you guys, it seems to have worked out at least here tonight thus far. And we'll see how everyone else kind of adapts to these changes as well. It sounds like Rack's not here tonight. So that is a bit of a turn as well. Our round 1 and 2 winner, technically speaking, not here, and opens the door of opportunity for some other faces to get in there. Obviously, TJ has been riding very well, but even with the bike change, like you guys said, it could be a situation where even he starts to struggle a little bit with these machines, and we see some other faces get up in the mix.
Yeah. With the Rack situation, he did let us know, I think last week, that he is going to have to miss a couple rounds in the middle of the season. So that was already bound to happen. I didn't think it was going to be this early in the championship that he would have to step away, but it sucks for the championship because now it's basically TJ has a 24-point lead over Ethan, who is the next person to show up tonight in third. So there is a good chance that this championship could get blown wide open tonight and TJ get an easy walk away. But we just got to see how he handles these new bikes.
And also, too, the SMX rounds for Ariel are going to be at the same time and same day as I think 3 of our rounds. So it's going to be interesting as well when we get to that point to see who's in points here and who's going to choose to do SMX over this. Because obviously some of the guys that are racing here with us are top dogs over in the Ariel series. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the points shape up towards the end of the season.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. I didn't know that was the case, so it'll be, like you say, very peculiar to see who chooses to keep going for this championship versus ducking out and doing some aerial racing. But at least for now, we get to see how these guys shape up on this track here at Lommel tonight. It looks like that B final is getting ready to go here in just a few moments. So let's jump back into our screen here, make sure that you guys can see us. Go. But yeah, we're going to go racing here in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The final coming up.
Looks like we're missing quite a few people.
Uh-oh. Trouble.
It just looks like not a lot of people wanted to show up.
Yeah, it is a very difficult track, so it's...
Yeah, we usually do 35 people for B main, which we did tonight. And we only have 20 people showing up for the B main, I think.
But there was more that qualified, was there not? Or am I...
Yeah, no, there was.
Yeah, a total of 68 people qualified tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of figured this particular round was going to have probably be more on the lower side of our turnout because it is a very difficult track. It's very frustrating. So, yeah, it was kind of expected.
Well, fair enough. Hopefully these 20 riders still give us a show. Obviously now the odds are a little bit more in their favor. There's only 10 guys that will go home from this group if this ends up being the group, I should say. But for their sake, they're still probably a little bit nervous, I feel like, at this point in time, because you do still have to be top 10, and it is not easy, especially getting into that first turn and out clean. Big open first turn complex here, but it tightens up quick into turn 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be very sketchy too, because I feel like these first corners, the corner outside of or right, I should say after the mechanics area, and then the corner at the first, like the very first turn, are the most difficult ones on the track. It's just flat and they're hard to hit. So.
Well, we'll get a chance to see what happens here as we get lined up for the B final in just a moment. Round number 3 of AOMX from Lommel. The deep sands here in Belgium await for our competitors to take to the racetrack. Fear Murda, like you guys said, top 10 in points. He looks like he's just trying to psych himself out here at the gate.
We're going to go ahead and get started here. We waited the full 10 minutes, so whoever's
not
get
started,
here,
we're gonna go join another call to run this thing, and we're gonna let you do your thing up here.
Sounds good, boys. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. B final coming up. Got that countdown timer in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. So let's see where everyone is lined up. A few guys way outside. Looks like Robin 209, Kobaha, Ataki, or A-Take, BC 282, Kula or Chulo, Peak, Fear Murda, Gooey, Jenkins, Zalana, Ols, Cast, Cheeseheads, Factory Zach. They're all in a group right here. And then way outside, we got Axis and Twister, Moto, Ghost, Krusty, and Drewski way out here. He is looking down the barrel at all these guys lined up to the inside, trying to see if he can't get off the gate pretty well. Here we go, though. It is time to drop the gate for the B final at the AOMX Round 3 MX Bikes Championship here at Lommel. Card is sideways, revs are up. Here we go in the deep sands of Belgium. 10 riders make it in, and it's going to be Ols to the inside trying to get there, but Fear Murda pushes him out. Peak through the inside takes the whole shot by the looks of it, just by a nose, and then Robin 209, he's trying to get through the middle. Fear Murda, he snuck up the inside out of turn number 2 and goes to the lead, so that is huge for him. The rider out of Canada on the AEO FXR Husqvarna, and we're also starting to see a little bit more variation in the bike selection choices now with these new OEMs. There's a lot of KTMs on the track first couple of rounds. Now we got some Huskies, we got some Yamahas, Fantics, there's a Honda, even some Cowies. We haven't seen some Cowies in a while. Good to see a mixture of bikes up here. But it is Fear Murda leading us on lap number 2. They've made it around. Peak does get credited with that whole shot as we weave in and out through the trees. Fear Murda, Jenkins, and Peak. 1, 2, 3, kind of opening up the gap. Peak goes sideways and goes down. Ghost hits him, barely saves it. Axis goes by. A-Take, Gooey, and then Robin 209 with Cast and Zalona coming behind as Fear Murda leads us into this tricky, deep, rutted section. And this is where all the action looks like it's going to be. Already a battle for 3rd and 4th. Peak and Ghost going at it. Axis is right there. Gooey and A-Take. So let's just funnel in right behind these guys. I'll tell you, because of this deep sandy track and the bounciness that these guys are having to deal with through this rough section of the track, this might be the easiest track to do follow cam on, or at least drone cam, because they're not going too fast, or at least it doesn't look like it. But I promise you, if you go on board with any one of these gentlemen, they are flying around this track, and it's hard to keep momentum up. We were listening to Connor Lynn's stream before this thing started, and he was talking about that momentum factor and how hard it is to stay on top of this sandy soil now that the traction model is a little bit different with these new OEMs. But Fear Murda has taken advantage of a good start, and he is off to the races at the front here. In and out of turn number 1, still in the lead. Jenkins going with him in second, and then a bit of a gap back to Ghost and Axis. So that battle that we were just watching, that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on your screen, all pretty much nose to tail. Peak goes off the inside, loses a couple spots, goes back to 6th. There's Gooey in 7th. Cast there in 8th. And then BC with Zalona right behind him in 10th. That is your transfer spot right now. Robin trying to close the gap down with Cheeseheads and Chulo. As we zoom way out from overhead, and you can see where the gap lies now. Zalona and Cheeseheads. That is 10th and 11th. So can Cheeseheads wind it up a little bit. Start closing that gap down as Ghost looks like he maybe just made a mistake. Cheeseheads will see that and try to take advantage. And another mistake now. Zolana, he just made another mistake. And here comes Moto to the inside of Cheeseheads. He's trying to close up on Zolana now. And they are bouncing through this back section here. Look at Moto to the outside. Is he going to try to use this far outside to his advantage? Stays a little bit lower, but it's a long way out there. A little bit more forward momentum. Oh, he has to front flip over that jump, and he lands it. Oh my goodness, what a save. I think he looped out going up the face. I highly doubt that was on purpose, but a nice save by Moto. Mid OTB sesh and pulls it back together to stay in a fight for the transfer spot. He is trying to close that gap down on Zolana. And actually looks like he is all over him again. So now bouncing through the inside. This is a Honda versus a Gas right here. So again, OEM's leveled out a little bit now with the new update. Seen a lot more color, although of course these bikes are both red. Oh, watch out, Moto inside off the track. Can't do that, Sunshine. Cannot make a pass from there. And the Pibbs gods gave him a little bit of a bounce to the outside right there. But you can see, man, he's putting the heat on Zolana, and Zolana, he wants to close up on Ghost and BC up the road a little bit there as they go through that first turn complex. Fear Murda continues to pull away ahead of Jenkins and A-Take now in third. But Moto from Element FXR and Blitz.co trying to size up an opportunity to get up on Zolana, but actually as I say that, it looks like Zolana is starting to reel in Ghost. So this is turning into a four-rider battle for what is essentially 8th place, but one of these gentlemen is not in transfer spot, and right now, of course, it is Moto. Moto is hanging tough with these guys, and while Zolana pushes up to Ghost, Ghost is pushing up to BC. BC has a mistake. They come together, and they're both down. They're both off the bike, and Zolana went down as well. So Moto is going to slide through. He gets 2 spots. He's now in between Ghost and BC as Zolana falls out of a transfer spot. Oh, now Moto's getting sideways, and he goes down in this back straightaway. Oh, no, Zolana's going to get it right back. And how big of a gap do we have here is Krusty in 12th. So Moto had just made that pass finally, and then he goes down. Zolana is going to go right back by. And now Moto has got to go right back to work. And thank you to Doug in chat for letting me know it's a take, not a take. I'm still learning over here, folks. I'm so used to saying real names. We've had real names be mandatory in MX Simulator since 2013. So getting back to the gamer tag meta is a little bit tough for me. I was getting used to it when I was announcing ESX, but haven't done it since 2023, I guess. BC goes down in the sweeper, and Zolana almost goes down as well. So BC gets him right back, or does he? Oh no, BC goes down. Here comes Moto. That is a position change for the transfer spot. Only 10 riders go into the A final, and BC had just gotten up from a crash, tried to push the envelope on Zolana, and Moto took full advantage. So that is a change for the transfer spot. BC's going right back after him, though. Hold on tight, folks. This could be a good fight. Oh, BC ends up backwards. Pirouettes out of the corner, and I feel like with these new OEMs, we're going to see that a little bit more often. And that's going to cost him quite a bit of time. Let's peek back out front. I think they are way over here. Not quite that far. Here's Fear... No. A take. No, sorry. Fear Murda is still in the lead. There he is. Disappeared behind the jump. Couldn't quite see him. But Fear Murda's got himself a 15-second lead. Pretty comfortable out front. And then A take coming through right there in second. There's third, Cast. Fourth, Jenkins. And fifth, Gooey going by. Sixth right there is Peak. There's seventh, Axis. Speaking of ESX, there's the ESX champion from a couple of years ago. Ghost in 8th. P9 right now for Zolana. And Moto has moved into 10th. Penalty-wise, not a lot being handed out. Axis has 2 seconds. Moto actually has 6 seconds, so he is not officially in transfer yet because BC only has 1, and there is less than 5 seconds between them two right there. Krusty is trying to come with BC as well. So if you're Moto right now, got to start picking up the pace a little bit. Time is winding down on this Moto, and he's already got himself that 6 seconds of penalties. I almost wonder if he got quite a bit of them from earlier in the race. We saw him right here. He was trying to double to the inside. He landed right here and then went all the way through here and then rejoined right there. I wonder if he got those 6 seconds of penalties because of that. Of course, don't know for sure, but could be. Not a whole lot of battling going on up front. And of course, Fear Murda has pulled way out front. That is second place right there, a take. And Fear Murda is there going into the trees. He is gone, but he is top 10 in points, so it was a bit rare to see him in here in the first place, as Peak is going to make a move on Gooey to the inside right there. A nice move to get into 4th place. It's a pass for P4 on the racetrack, and they go over the Valor table together. Jenkins and Axis now tied up a little bit. They're battling over 6th and just ahead of Ghost. And there's Zalana and Moto. So Moto has pulled away enough now from Krusty and BC that he has time in hand. Unofficially, it looks like the gap was about 3 seconds on corrected time last time by. Obviously, it looks like much more than that from the racetrack perspective. Krusty is hoping that there's a late crash. What happened to BC? He is... Oh, he's way back here, and he just got hit by Cheeseheads again. And could this be the end of it? Yep, there it is. BC is out of here. Went down on this tabletop. Looks like Drewski's going to go by. Kobaha, that's another name that's surprising to be back here. Oles, who almost got the whole shot. Then Robin 209. And Twister way back here. Looks like that is the last of the runners because Factory Zach and Chulo have called it a moto. There's a take. And way over here is our leader, Fear Murda. And he's on his way to taking the white flag this time by. Got out front and immediately pulled away. So if there's any consolation, he got a little extra track time in race trim to see what this track is going to look like. And as it continues to break down, obviously he'll have a little bit of firsthand experience seeing what it looks like 15 minutes into a moto or so. Doesn't get a whole lot of extra track time compared to what these guys will see in a race format, but a little bit, just enough to maybe see what the lines look like, how they develop, how they change. And he'll be getting the white flag pretty soon. In fact, going to start lapping people pretty soon. That's crazy for the B final. There's a take. Keep going backwards. And Cast, now right in front of Peak and Gooey. These three have stayed pretty much together. Axis has gotten by Jenkins. He is 6th now. So nice move for Axis. Jenkins back to 7th. Ghost comes through in 8th. And Zalana has kind of gotten away now from what's going on behind him. It looks like Moto's dropped some time, though. And yeah, here comes Krusty. And remember, Moto now has 7 seconds of penalties. Krusty has none. So Krusty just has to finish within 7 seconds of Moto, and he will go into the Motos. So if you're Krusty now, you don't even have to worry about catching him, but just keep him in your sights. Don't let him get too far away. Just bouncing down this back straightaway, you can hear the bike revving out all the way through. I don't know. I feel like Krusty's even keen to go run him down at this point. I mean, I guess, does he have any pressure from behind? No, none whatsoever. I mean, where are they? There goes Krusty. There's nobody on this stretch of the racetrack. And here comes Drewski. He's going down. Oles. So really, it's Krusty versus Moto. And that's about it. Although Moto, he's trying to go run down Zalana. So Zolana could be a bit of a sitting duck here before long. But I think Moto has really shot himself in the foot with those penalties. We shall see. It is the white flag, though. Final lap of the race for your race leader, Fear Murda, on the AEO Power Sports program. Moto has started to pick it up a little bit. And remember, the gap has to be 7 seconds. So is it 7 seconds? Let's see. There he goes in turn number 1. Count them out, Mississippis. I counted about 3.5 Mississippis, so I don't think that's 7 seconds still. So let's get a timer as the white flag waves. And no. Still has about 4 seconds in hand, does Krusty. That's about 3 now. Oh, almost went down at the end of the straightaway there. So let's get back to that in a second. We want to go up and check out our leader, who is... Nope, not there. He's coming through here. That's Twister. There he is. Fear Murda, our guy. Coming through this section here, hopping over the top of that hill. One of my favorite shots in an MX Bikes moto movie of all time is a shot that Seabiggs took where he has someone scrubbing over a hill at Lommel like that. Using one of those pre-jump bumps to kind of scrub over the hill. And Fear Murda has made it look pretty easy out front. But it is not going to be easy, and this track is going to get brutal through those 2 motos coming up here. 2 corners to go, though. Let's see if Twister gets lapped or not. He's trying to hold on for dear life. But it is going to be all Fear Murda here in the B main. So Fear Murda takes the win in the B final. He stamps his ticket to the motos. And the gap was pretty big, but a take got pretty close. TGR going to end up about, what, 15 seconds back? 13.2. Peak made it all the way back into 3rd after grabbing the whole shot. Pretty good ride for the TGR program there. Nicely over the finish line jump. Cast ends up 4th. Gooey, top 5 for him. Axis just holds off Jenkins for 6th. Jenkins actually goes down the last corner, and he's stuck. He is stuck, and Ghost is going to go by for 7th. That's just a crucial gate selection right there. Jenkins now gets the ship righted and will cross the line in 8th. And then here is 9th, Zolana, and Moto right behind him in 10th. Is that gap 7 seconds? It looks like it might be. Wow, Krusty falls apart on the final lap. Moto crosses and has 8 seconds of penalties. This is more than 8 seconds, though. How close is it at the end? Oh, Krusty misses out by 6 seconds. He is only about 4 seconds behind him. Lost another 10 on that last lap. What are you doing, Sunshine? When you get back to the pits, your dad is about to chew you up, sir. All right. So it looks like Moto has made it in. We're still waiting for a couple guys to bring it home. Oles, Drewski, and we got Cheesehead still over there, and Robin. And we'll wait for them to bring it home. But at least for now, unofficially, it looks like it's Fear Murda from A Take, Peak, Cast, Gooey, Axis, Ghost, Jenkins, Zolana, and Moto going into the A final here at round 3 of AOMX. Good race, that one, to kind of see how this track breaks down and how it races. The mid-pack group really showing us the different line choices that are variable and really about limiting the damage and not making too many mistakes, of course. Can't fall into that trap too often. If you do, you're going to have a bad time. All right. So B final in the books. A final coming up next. Senior Bliat wants to know what my favorite brand overall in real life is. The thing about it is I try to be as impartial of a journalist as possible, so I genuinely don't have a favorite. I ride a Honda, but that is simply because I bought an old 2-stroke and kind of fixed it up. But I've ridden Huskies and KTMs, Yamaha, Suzuki, and I'm slow enough that I don't actually have a preference. Although I will say I like using Suzukis in game because Suzukis look sexy, but every single time I've ridden a Suzuki in the last decade, those things rattle like crazy, and I don't race enough or ride enough to like that feeling on my hands. So I would usually probably prefer not to ride a Suzuki, but that's just my own preference, really. All right. So B main results are in. They're going to get that race server up for us here in just a moment. I'm doing swell, Tyler. How are you doing tonight, buddy? I don't even know. Do you have a red plate bike? Because I don't... Oh, you sent me something, right? So it must be a red plate bike. Not even paying attention to the packs that I'm getting. It's a very hazy day. Is there this much smog in Belgium? I don't feel like there is. All right, let's jump back out of here, and I'll come back onto the screen here with you guys so we don't have to look at the terrible names that always appear in the server list. You would think that after a decade of servers being open in MX Bikes, the Pibs would have a way of cleaning up these server names, but we also thought netcode would be fixed by now. Hashtag first world problems. So you guys just get to hang out with me and look at my dumb face for a minute. But hopefully everyone's doing well. So be sure to stay hydrated. Always got to do that for yourself. Can you have a clip from your start? You can clip whatever you want. YouTube, Twitch, wherever you want to clip it. It's all you, baby. Do whatever your golden heart desires. We let you guys clip it. No slow mode in chat either. What's up, Steezy, over on YouTube? Good to see you. A lot of people actually were over on YouTube tonight. I know a lot of that group was off to hang out with Linz, which I don't blame you. I would like to see his perspective as well. Honestly, that's not the worst idea ever, to have like a little kind of cam in the upper corner that shows off Linz's perspective or someone's perspective that's streaming. But obviously, I would not do that without asking him first. Don't want to step on his toes or the people that he could get over to his stream. I need some different jerseys back here. I've had the same ones for a little bit of time. Should actually ask Max if he has one before he leaves. But yeah, we got a couple ones. This one back here is a motorcycle shop that one of my dad's best friends ran in the 80s. This is Adam Enteknap's jersey that he gave me when we shot a music video together for Supercross 3 the game. And then the Seven Boys sent me this stuff as part of a collab for their Vice drop. And then this is Andrew Maroney right here, who's now, I guess, retired. He still rides every now and again, but did some pro racing, was gnarly good at whipping, and won the K-Rock Best Whip competition 3 or 4 years, I think. And then, obviously, my Chad Reed jersey. This one is signed by Chad. And then this Villapoto jersey. We got a lot of stuff. I actually have a couple in my closet that I don't have. I have a Jerry Robin jersey hanging up over there. Andrew Wood obviously brought his jersey over. Yeah, the music video. If there was ever a time I could be the whitest person ever, it was in that music video, I'll tell you. Not a good look for me. But that's okay. All in good fun, really, is the name of the game. That is still, to this day, one of Lewis's favorite things to make fun of me for, is being in that music video. But you know what? At the end of the day, I can say I was in a rap music video. Do you call that rap? I don't even know if it was considered rap. That front flip save was crazy. I wish I could be that lucky when playing this game. Oh, what? Oh, I'm on auto, not free roam. There we go. Okay, so we're now in the server for the A main. Let's take a look around and see some of the names we got out there. These guys are kind of motoing. There we go. We got Splash over here. I wish Splash would send me his stuff. I still don't have it. And he's been a competitor for a while. I'm not going to have Lynn's stuff because he's got a model swap. There's Doug right there. Moto, of course, just came in. Leonard. Kazi. Got some bikes down here. There's mine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Game trying to crash on me. Where did we go? And we're way out here. I don't even know where we're at anymore. There we go. It's our race bike from 2 years ago now. I don't have many skins, apparently. Nah, Saru, keep that Medi jersey. That's history right there, dude. There's Dizzle, number 14. Guys all hanging out. There's York's defending champion. I don't know where he just went off to. I was coming over to check out the kit. Peak and Brax. I don't know who they're making fun of over there, but they're just sitting next to each other complaining about something. Who are they upset at? All these idiots, apparently. Yeah, a lot of model swaps. I know that for sure. Good looking bike by Doug. Doing some practice starts out here. Nathan got his stuff from AOMX, of course. There's Isaac giving him the shoveronies. And everyone's just kind of wandering around pretty much. York's is wide open in the side of Neon's bike. Oh, I got Neon's bike. I didn't know I would have it. Lynn's rocking the number 35. Good to see him here tonight. York's, Doug, Dizzle, TJ, Talon, Isaac, Neon, Cam, Chase, Lynn's, Seawalk, Cheeseheads, Fearmurda, Jenkins, Caden, Cass, Peak, Brax, Shark, Zolana, Moto, Cobb, Pran, Gooey, Kazi, Axis, Nathan. It's a whole host of people here tonight. I know, there's actually quite a few different bikes out here. Hey, who's messing up the start, Peak? Come on now. Get your butt back over to the pit lane, sir. Can't be messing up the gates like this. There's York's. So I'm going to go back to the pits real quick. Make sure we got our fully updated stuff here. Guys are just doing motos around the outer edge of the track right now. They tell the guys not to go on the track too much because you don't want to rough it up. Make it, you don't want to put like a random hole right here on the ground and every time these guys come through, it's like a trampoline. So stay off the track, don't mess around. Go back and replay, don't single you out. What happened? I wasn't singling you out, did I? Who was I singling out? You guys are just all making fun of each other in the pits over here. It's just Demolition Derby, basically. There's Ethan. Finally, first look at him on that Yamaha here tonight. He is second in the championship, unofficially. Now with Rax not here. And there's TJ, our red plate holder now. Still running his MXBON gear, man. He's just stoked. Number 18 in this race, but obviously was the open class rider for Great Britain. They won the MX Bikes of Nations. Gosh, was that last weekend? It feels like forever ago now. All right, who we got in this? This is going to be a fun race. I honestly do not have a clue who it'll be. Could be a bunch of different names. First time we've really seen these boys go at it at a sand track. Yeah, I don't think I have any of Cam's stuff because he was supposed to send it to us, but then did a boofage. Did not end up sending us anything. Sad. So he and Linz are just hanging out. Fantic is seemingly the meta for some of these guys now. But we still got a lot of KTMs. It's nice to see a Cowie as well. Number 407 right there. That's Axis. Vibing in Hawaii thinks it's going to be Yorks, the defending champ, who has not been much of a factor. Oh, look at Utting, man. He's got a kit. Oles calling out Cam saying that he asked him for a helmet like 75 minutes ago, or a kit and helmet. All right, practice is done. It is race time. Moto 1 here at Lommel coming up. What do I think about the new OEMs? I think I'm not really fast enough to give a good solid take on them. Oh, wait, we are back in practice mode. Are these guys? They're making them roll out to the gate like this. Sigma Riz? Is there a guy named Sigma Riz in this race? Gosh, and I am so old. I'm so old. I am oh, in Twitch chat. I read that out as Sigma Riz, not Sigma Riz. That's how not up to date with the current verbiage I am. All right, so here we go, folks. It's time for Moto 1, and looks like Dizzle has got the premium inside gate. Seawalk right up next to him. Cam, TJ, Cobb, Caden, Isaac, Doug. Got an empty gate right here. It's Splash, who drops in. Yorks. Lynn's on the outside of Yorks. We got Slurp, Ethan, Coxie, Brax, Nathan, Shark, Pran, Submac, Neon, Talon, Kazi, Chase. Way out here, actually. Leonard, Utake, Axis, Fear Murda, Gooey, Jenkins, Alana, Ghost, and Moto. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who have you got for this one? 15-second board is up. Moto number 1 here at Lommel is just about ready to go. And Dizzle retires. I don't know what that's about. Up. We've got a restart. We've got a fresh, cold, hard restart. I don't know if someone made a mistake, but that's all right. So let's see if it's the same lineup going down the gate here. I saw someone on the inside disappear, and I'm curious whether or not maybe someone rolled into the gate and got a false start or something, so they restarted for him. But going down the order, looks like everyone's still in pretty much about the same positions. No gate changes. Everyone looking over. Oh, these guys are like, hey, man, don't turn into me. And he's like, okay, well, I won't turn into you. All right. And then way out here, it's going to need some serious heroics if you're Chase, who even starting further out there, he's trying to go right there for that inside tough block and hope he gets there first. All right. Now it looks like we are ready and set to go. A couple of guys missing on the inside, but I think they'll load back in once that gate drops. 15-second card is up. Moto 1 here at Lommel. Round number 3 of AOMX. Card is sideways. Revs are coming up. Let's drop the gate here at Lommel. Drag race into turn number 1. Looks like Doug got there first. A lot of guys pushed out unofficially up the inside. It looks like Brax may be credited with the whole shot. A lot of guys lagging in and out, but coming through. TJ actually takes over the lead from Brax. Caden right there with them. Dizzle and Ghost off to some good starts. And TJ, this is disaster for the rest of the field if he gets off and running with this thing at the front. So it's TJ, Brax, Caden, Dizzle, Ghost, Cobb, Jenkins, Doug, Seawalk, and Pete coming through. Everybody kind of lagging off the start a little bit. And if you're not too close to these guys, they will start disappearing on you. So it looks like Brax is trying to go with TJ on this opening lap. Goes for a little bit of a ride over the top of that hill. TJ just making it look simple out front, though, and Caden trying to come with these guys as well. Not sure we've seen Caden much in this series through the first 2 rounds. Obviously, he raced for Team USA in the MX2 division. Now jumps up to a 450 here in AOMX and battling with some of these other boys. TJ starting to walk away just a little bit as Brax gets kicked sideways over that jump. Oh, TJ down with the lead, and Brax hits him and he goes down. Look at Caden to the outside. TJ hits Brax, who is still flipping, and they get up together now, second and third. Caden has taken over the race lead. He goes for a little bit of a ride over the top of that hill. Nice job to step on, step off. And now Caden leads here in Lommel as we go through this long right-handed sweeper. And TJ back on it, trying to close the gap down. That was a weird crash and a weird spot to go down for TJ, who's down again over the bars. Off the track he goes. Doug and Cobb trying to go by. They're going to push him out as they come through this corner. And TJ, who had it all to play for in the race lead, has gone backwards. Now Peak, Dizzle, Slurp. You got Leonard in here, Ghost, Nathan. And then coming through, there goes Submac, Ethan, and Jenkins. Yorks, Coxie, Chase way back here with Isaac, Splash, Pran, Talon, Seawalk. There are some heavy hitters deep in the field. Cam's way back here, Shark, Moto, and Linz is pretty much bringing up caboose with axes. So Linz off to a terrible start in this one. As we go back over to our leader, Caden. Caden's opened up about a 2.5 second, almost 3 second lead. And now moving into second place is Brax, but Brax is still kind of struggling, swapping down this back straightaway. So can he close up and keep Caden in his sights? Because Caden's kind of opened this thing up in a hurry. It's now Doug coming through in third, and he's in a fight with Cobb still. TJ has worked his way back to sixth. And this is perhaps our best fight on track right now for an early third position. Cobb downsides that table nicely, carrying some speed to the inside corner here. It's all about momentum. Not even that it's about momentum on this track, Lommel, which is always momentum dependent, but these bikes, very momentum dependent now with the Beta 19 update, OEM 0.19, now available. You guys can check it out on mxb-mods.com. And there's some slipperiness to this traction model. Dynamic traction introduced to the bikes this time, and if you're not absolutely on it with your throttle control, you will not be going forward very well. So momentum dependent. These bikes really hold you to it now. And looks like Cobb's starting to struggle a little bit as Doug opens up that gap. Let's see how far back now Dizzle and Slurp going at it. TJ has gone even further back as Slurp goes down. Nathan and Ethan are going to slide through. Ethan splits the gap and gets a 2-for-1. He's now up into seventh, I believe. TJ pushes Slurp into the ground. And they go back and forth a little bit. Now Nathan and Ethan side by side dualies over the finish line jump. TJ trying to triple out over Nathan, crosses over him and gets that pass done. Beautiful move. Now can you set up Ethan for a pass? This is currently provisional first and second in the championship with no racks here tonight. Oh, and now Dizzle goes down. TJ makes a nice pass and he has gone from 10th all the way back to 6th. Or actually, would that be 5th? Sorry, he went from 8th to 5th. So he's charging forward quite nicely now. Tough races going on down the field still for Linz, Cam, Neon, some guys that we certainly expected to be a little bit further up here. And this is your lead fight right now. That's the gap between Caden and Brax. Brax for TGR, Caden for SPX. Both of them getting that launch out to that little roller very nicely. And then Brax outside cuts back to the in this long sweeper. Caden's just hitting his marks though, and it's tough to compete against someone who is doing that consistently. But Brax looks like he is starting to wind it up a little bit. We get a lap time check this time by and let you guys know it was Caden who was the fastest rider on the track last time by at a 1:57.396, but I feel like Brax is maybe going to dip lower than that. Caden this time checks in at a 1:57.6. No, 58.8, I'm sorry, and a 1:57.6 out of Brax. So he was a little over a second faster. Neither of them have penalties yet. But I feel like this is where the race is starting to brew. Brax has figured out some lines. Let's actually follow this for a minute here and see where he might be slightly faster. He's taking the left side of the track right there. Caden's stuck to the right. They both kind of flow to that inside right here. Same middle line through here, then hug the tough blocks, bounce in there. double and then hop over the hill. Oof, Brax just greasing the downside of that thing. That was crispy. And then both inside through here. So then it really becomes a race of momentum like we talked about. Line choice is similar, but hitting the bumps a certain way, getting through a corner a certain way, can really affect your drive all the way down the next straightaway. Look at Brax. Thought he was going to try to hook that inside rut. Doesn't do it and instead ends up off track. Little bit of time loss, and critically we'll have to see if he gets penalties for just barely being off the track there. Ooh, almost off the track again. This is your lead battle though. Caden versus Brax. Charging down this back straightaway. Coming up on the halfway point of this moto. It is Caden from Brax, Doug, Cobb, and TJ back into the top 5. TJ, who led early, led officially the first lap, and then crashed 2 or 3 times at the end of the first lap, and has slipped all the way back to 5th, is your championship leader, and we have lost Brax. He is gone missing, folks. We'll see him when he comes back. But for the time being, Caden is just trying to mind his own manners and stay in this position. There's Brax now back right there behind him. Caden a little mistake, and Brax is going to get a good run down this straightaway. Caden downsides the finish jump nicely and gets the triple clean. Brax is a little bit cleaner over it, though, I feel like. Nice scrub over that. Seems like that gap has just stayed right the same. And oh my, Brax actually had 8 seconds of penalties. I didn't even think he was barely off the track. Where else did he go off the track that lap? We saw almost the whole lap with him. And yeah, I mean, he disappeared for a minute. So unless he took a massive off-track excursion when his netcode timed out a little bit, or maybe he got penalties because of the netcode, I don't know. Because all we saw really was he went wide out of this corner coming up here, and he was off track for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 seconds at most to the outside, and actually slowed down to get back on. Now has 8 seconds of penalties tagged onto him. So although on track right now it looks very close, it's actually not. Caden could let Brax go and still hold a pretty comfortable advantage. So I'm sticking with this fight because I feel like it's gonna materialize into a battle for the lead at some point. But thus far, it is not. Here we go. Brax has really closed the gap up now. And you can see there's almost nothing in it as they both jump to that inside roller. Caden versus Brax down past the mechanics area. Who gets this complex better? This is all about throttle control through here. 2 flat corners. Oh, Brax gets alongside of him. They make contact. They both funnel to the same rut here. Brax down. Brax, don't know if he hit the back of him. Just immediately fell off the bike. I think he maybe low-sided off the rear tire. And loses a lot of time because of it. Probably about 4 or 5 seconds. But you can see the gap they opened up on the rest of the pack. Here is Doug and Cobb coming through 3rd and 4th. And there they go. And the next up should be TJ. Another 12 seconds back of that. There he is, our championship leader on the number 18. So we are definitely seeing a few faces that we did not expect to see at the front of this one. And I don't know if it's sand track, new OEMs. You tell me what it is really, and I'll probably agree with you. Look at this fight though. Yorks, Chase, Slurp, Nathan, and they're all being led by Ethan down this back straightaway. 5 riders, pretty much nose to tail. And this is essentially a fight for 7th. Or actually 6th, excuse me. Chase is officially classified 6th. So Ethan has some penalties to his credit. 5 seconds of them to be exact. Goes to show how competitive it is though. Whoa, Yorks almost got hit by Chase. As they flow down this back straightaway, just hopping and bouncing their way through. Chase is looking for his opportunity at this point, but we're also starting to see a lot of the same lines being taken. Chase a better run down this straightaway, almost jumps into the back of Yorks. And Yorks gets back to that inside. Those guys have kind of figured out that inside, I feel like. Coming a little bit more naturally for them to get there. Oh, Yorks and Chase almost come together. I think Chase maybe just clipped the back fender of him or something, because you saw pretty much both sides of the side number plates there on Chase, and that is never a good sign. Usually means that you're going for a bit of a ride. So this gap, or this battle I should say, was a pretty good one when we came to it, and it's kind of stabilized. But Yorks and Chase have kind of been at each other's throats for the majority of this lap, and there's some other battles going on back there. We'll go back and maybe check some of that out as well. Good fight, though. Yorks and Chase right there. We got Nathan, Slurp, and Splash. It's been a minute since I've seen Splash. And there he is now, holding on to a top 10. Dizzle, Isaac, Pran, and Linz. So Linz has come from outside of the top 30 to what is officially classified as 13th place right now. Coxie just behind him. And there's Peak, Talon for AOMX, the guys we talked to at the beginning, Dizzle and Talon. There's Leonard, Illusion Racing, and he is holding on to the final points paying position, I believe. Now Neon's starting to work forward with Atake and Submac, with Cam still back here. Shark, Seawalk, they're all not having the motos they would prefer, with Kazi also deep in the field. Wish they could be doing a little bit better, but that's the way she goes sometimes. So our leaders should be around here somewhere. Are they starting to hit back markers? There's Zalana, and there it is. Brax has gotten by Caden on track. So Brax now in front of Caden. But again, with corrected time due to penalties that Brax incurred on that one lap we were following this battle, he is now only 6 seconds up on corrected time, and I think that gap is going to stay about the same this time by. Yeah, 6.1 looks like is what? No, 5.7? So Caden is going to win this moto if he just keeps Brax close, because again, it is still 8 seconds of penalties to 1. So if you're Caden, stay on the track. Don't have another off-track excursion like we saw Brax suffer. And maybe the crucial part of this race coming up is the herd of lappers that these two are about to hit, as Caden is actually back on it, closing on to Brax. So down this back straightaway, Caden's found a little bit of speed by the looks of it. Maybe it was a simple case of just seeing where Brax was gaining time on him and then going slightly faster in those sections that he wasn't before. Now he can see the weak areas of Brax and try to take advantage of them. Oh, he's down! Swapped on the landing of that single jump off the track, and that's actually critical, because Brax is going to open this thing up a little bit now to, let's see, let's do some Mississippis here. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. He still needs 4 more Mississippis, ladies and gentlemen. 7 seconds of penalties between the two of them. But that gap has come down. You can see upper left-hand corner of your screen, 3.7 on timing and scoring. And 4 minutes and 2 laps left to go in this race. So if Brax wants to win, at least the silver lining is he now has some clean air. Zalana and Jenkins are still in between, and Axis in between Caden. This is actually falling the way of Brax a little bit more. So it goes over the finish line jump. Let's see what the gap and split is now, because Caden's lost even more time. And on corrected time, Brax has it by 0.3. All right, so Caden now has 2 seconds of penalties. It's a 6-second difference in penalties and on the racetrack between the two of them, really. Oh, Brax goes for a ride. He 360s and lands it. I don't know if that was on purpose. I doubt it. But a nice save to corral it together. So Brax goes for a bit of a ride, and that allows Caden to gain a little bit of that time back. There he is. And these two are having a hell of a total race time battle. Not often that it looks like nothing is really happening on the track, but a lot is, because these little seconds gained here and there by Caden is pulling the win back in his favor. He almost goes down there again. That's the same jump that caught him last time, and uh-oh, you can't do that right there. It cuts the inside of those bales. I'm sure he was just trying to limit the damage of time that he lost, but he's going to get some penalties because of that. Let's see, do the TV cameras work on this? Let's go to TJ. Yeah, they kind of work. I don't know why I can't select them from this menu. I know that that was a thing. But, can't do it. Just can't do it. Whoops. What just happened? That's not good. Hopefully my game didn't crash. No! What are we doing, MX Bikes? Just went to change the cameras again, and we are, I think, officially kaput. L game, Pibs. L game. Or, no, we just paused. Oh, okay. Sick. There we go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and not do the cams. Just trying to freaking exit the cam modes, and then it pauses the game. All right, where are our leaders? Brax and Caden, we need an update. They are over here. No, that's Seawalk. There's Brax. 1.7 seconds up on Caden now, because Caden did incur 4 seconds of penalties for going off track right there. Yes, Moto 1, Rax. Moto 1 indeed. We miss you out there, Sunshine. We miss you in this competition. But yes, Brax is in the driver's seat right now. But I feel like Caden has upped his pace. This is where he's got to get to, Brax. But again, there's still 4 seconds of penalties between the two of them. And time is going to expire this time by. It's going to be close, but it should expire this time by. Shark trying to move aside as a lapped rider. Brax gets into him, and that costs him some time. So there's Brax, Kazi, and Caden. Caden has gotten that gap down a little bit more. Is it 4 seconds, though? Let's find out. 2-lap board coming out. The number goes to 2 as Brax crosses the line. And there's Caden going for a bit of a ride, and the gap is now 0.5. So Caden's closed it up a little bit more. Still 4 seconds of penalties between them. Actually, Brax picked up another second of penalties. Oh, dualies. He and Leonard tossing him like wet salads out there. Seawalk moves aside. Very nicely done. Brilliant, brilliant. Kudos where kudos is deserved. And he's even looking back still, trying to make sure he doesn't get in the way of Caden. So Brax is right there, and Caden is now going to have to pass Leonard, and who is the Yamaha rider, Shark. So Seawalk, Leonard, and Shark between them, and Caden pushes Leonard out and then goes off the track. Leonard is almost going to land on him. That was very close. This is good, man. This is a really weird race. It's kind of hard to call it because you just don't know if this corrected time is going to matter in the end, but it might. It really could come into play here, and Brax needs to keep the hammer down because it's only 0.6 of a second. 5-second gap up that he has on Caden, but Caden is still pushing himself, trying to bring that gap down. It needs to be under 5 seconds, and they have dropped the rest of the field, by the way. Cobb should be in the sweeper. There he is, Cobb. And then TJ pretty much right behind him. Yeah, there he is. And then another 15 seconds back to Splash as they start the final lap. And let's bring this thing home. They might have to lap Dizzle. There's Brax. Caden 1.6 back now on corrected time, but there he is. Caden picked up another second of penalties. It's now 4 seconds of penalties that he has to deal with to try to gain back. And this might work out for Brax in the end. So let's follow Brax on home here. Bouncing his way down this back straightaway. Just trying to see if he's making many mistakes. Honestly, other than a couple fishtails that I saw, mostly on point right now. Really clean in and out of that corner. And it's forcing Caden to push, and Caden is pushing, to his credit, very well. That is the gap between the two of them. And again, Caden has the upper hand on penalties by 4 seconds. Hate to see a race come down to it, but it really might be that. Brax might cross the finish line jump first and still lose this race. Gonna come down to these final handful of corners and how well each of them execute it. 0.9 of a second, the gap. As Caden's still pushing. Wow, big bounce. That might have cost him right there. Brax got through these sections pretty clean, and 2 corners to go. Through the first turn complex. Into the second turn. And here we go. This should be enough. Brax brings it home in Moto 1. Will it be enough for the win? Here comes Caden. So close in the end, and Caden picked up even more penalties at the flag by the looks of it. 7 seconds of penalties. Brax takes Moto number 1. Man, that was close. 3.5 in the end. If Caden did not pick up any more penalties, he could have had it. TJ gets all the way back to 3rd. He gets around Cobb on the last lap. And Splash, pretty good recovery as well. Looks like he's going to get 4th. And, of course, that's big from a championship perspective for Splash. Trying to hold close to TJ out front. There's Cobb 5th. Leonard a lap down. And Zolana also a lap down. There's Ethan. Looks like he did get around Isaac on the last lap. Let's see if corrected time works in his favor, because here comes Doug and Chase. Pretty close. Doug and Chase, neither of them get by Ethan. Linz makes it all the way up to 9th. What happened to Isaac? Isaac falling apart. He was 5th. Is he not out there anymore? There's Coxie. Is Isaac done? Where is he? There's Yorks, Slurp, Pran, Jenkins, Talon. Oh, no way. Did Isaac run out of fuel? He's getting pushed by Caden, who's already finished the race. Isaac ran out of fuel while in 5th, I believe, or was it 6th? Ah. He's got too many corners left. He's just going to be pushing the bike the whole way. Outtake gets into the back of him. Oh, it's just grueling. The pain. Caden's really trying to give him the old shove here. And it's just not working. More riders going by. Peak goes through. You got to make sure to fill up your tanks, people. Fill them up. Especially if you're riding a bunch before the moto starts. Go back in and reset. Isaac is just crawling all the way. And no one else is behind him anymore. So he is going to get 20th. Nope, 21st. He'll be the last guy to finish, and he's not going to get points. Ah, could have been a top 5. Could have been a top 5. And he's not even going to get points. Well, we'll follow him on his lonely journey, or as he called it, I think he may have called it, sad. Sad. Yep, there it goes. So Isaac scored 21st. It's Brax from Caden, TJ, Splash, and Cobb inside the top 5 here in Moto number 1. Wow. That was something. I'll tell you what. Very odd to see a rider run out of fuel. Not very often we see that in a race, especially only a 20+2. Shorter distance, obviously.
One Moto 1 interview.
All right, we got a Moto 1 interview.
It is Caden who got second.
All right, so we'll hear from Caden, who was in that fierce fight all the way with Brax, all pretty much a total race time race between the two of them. Ended up battling on track a few times, and we'll get Caden's perspective on that first Moto result here in just a moment. But Brax does officially pick up the win. 3 seconds there. And it looks like Caden's still just giving us a bit of a show riding around the track as well. So hanging out, riding around. There he is, Caden, P2 in the first Moto for you. Man, up and down ride between you and Brax. It came down to penalties in the end, and you picked up a few late. How do you kind of describe battling that? Because you probably saw on corrected time that you had it, but you're also going off track a little bit too.
Yeah, we had some issues at the end where I just spode out and just go off track, and it kind of screwed me over, get a little cuts here and there.
Between you and Brax, obviously, he caught and passed you or caught you, and then you went back and forth with him a little bit. Were you able to pick up on some of his lines? Because it seems like second half of the Moto, you found a little bit more speed.
Yeah, I definitely did. After I went down, he went past me, I saw some lines, and I was kind of surprised, to be honest, but he followed him, and I tried to keep a pace, but he was barking. He was going fast.
How's the road feeling on the track so far, especially with these OEMs? A lot for you guys, it's the first time seeing these OEMs in a race trim and the road coming through. How's it feeling, though?
I think it actually feels good. I like these bikes, these tires, and it actually E-roads pretty well. Actually, it's not too bad.
So setting up into Moto 2, you get a second in the first one. Obviously puts you in your own destiny. If you win the second Moto, you get the overall. Just hoping for a good start in this one and hopefully get out of the chaos early, I assume?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, congrats on P2, man. Anybody you want to thank for getting you up on the podium here in the first Moto?
I got to thank Nitro Development and Splash Performance.
All right. Shout out to them, and shout out to you, man, getting on the box. Good luck in Moto 2.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So that was hearing from Caden, P2 in the first Moto, just behind Brax, who we saw picking up the win. And yeah, very interesting first Moto for you guys, Dizzle and Talon. What was it like out there? A lot of close action in the midfield battle, but even a good one out front as well.
Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. Let's say that.
Boy, you guys sound really excited about it.
I don't know. I had a bad start, so I was really just trying to work my way up from 25th. I had to work my way up the whole Moto, so 25th to 13th isn't bad for me, but if I got a start, I definitely could be close to a top 10.
Yeah, I did the complete opposite. I started beautifully, snuck around the inside, avoided all the carnage. I think I was running 5th for a little bit, and then I just absolutely fell apart. I don't know. I'm upset.
Okay, so if you had a little bit better of your second Moto, you wouldn't be feeling the way that you're feeling right now. The track's okay though.
No, track's awesome. I like the sand. I'm having fun, but I gotta stop throwing it at the end there. I gotta get that under control.
Oh man, I'll ask both you guys about the start because, like you said, Tal, not a good start for you. This is a pretty large start, big first turn area, and it's a U-turn. But we did see a lot of chaos. It seemed like a lot of guys pushed out from the inside. A lot of guys got pinched. Is this one of the worst formats for a start, or is this better? How do you guys rate it in terms of bikes physics on a first turn complex?
I don't know. It's kind of difficult. On this start, it is a flat corner, and these new OEMs are a little iffy on flat corners. So it's really trying to keep the traction down and really good throttle control. So there's that element to it. If you get a good start, and if you get a bad start, it's really just avoiding all the carnage of people trying to get first in that. So it's just, I don't know. No matter where you are, it's always going to be difficult to get that start.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least I feel like.
Yeah. For you guys as well, now that you've seen or raced these bikes, I know we just asked Caden kind of the same question, but did you guys, either of you, catch yourselves maybe falling back to the old tendencies? Because like you get in the heated battle race moment and you're like, just grab a handful, I got to make this pass, and then you slid out or had a mistake?
Yeah, I did that a lot. There was in the in the turn and rollers after you come out of kind of like the woods area. I don't know, that turning right 90, their sweeper, it's just, I don't know. You try leaning it over too fast like the old OEMs, and you just, the bottom of the bike just comes out from under you. So it's really hard to break those habits after playing that way for years. So
you
struggles.
You did, so you definitely had a few moments as well.
Yeah, no, I definitely, if I, when I was running good, I get a little nervous when I'm running up front. I just try not to like be a hazard. So I try so hard to just go in a straight line and hold my line, and then when I get out of whack, it goes south real quick. So then I kind of just, like, when I get back up, sometimes I might panic and just pin it and slide out again or something. But I don't know. We'll see if we can figure it out in Moto 2. We got about 20 seconds here, and then we're gonna get us on the gate. So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, best of luck to both of you in Moto 2. Hopefully it works out well. And Dizzle, if you use that inside gate again, just let them all push wide, man. It worked out well.
Yeah, we'll see if we can replicate that, hopefully. Cross our fingers.
All right, guys. Best of luck. That is Talon and Dizzle putting on the show for us tonight, and actually putting on a show for us on the racetrack as well. So good luck to them in Moto 2 as we get lined up to drop the gate here for Moto number 2. Let's see how they line up in this one. Dizzle is indeed going to have that inside gate again. Looks like Seawalk right alongside of him, so pretty much same gate selections as before. TJ, Cobb, Caden, Linz, a little bit closer to the inside. Doug, Slurp, Submac, Ethan, Nathan, Coxie, Shark, Pran, Chase way out here, Neon, Leonard, Talon's way out here, Axis, Peak, Brax, our Moto 1 winner, starting way outside. Note that as well. Jenkins and Gooey way out here on the far outside. Want to give a thanks to Pro Precision. Welcome to our motocross suspension and graphics company. We're here to offer you the top-of-the-line suspension systems and custom graphics to enhance your bike's performance and style on the track. Our expertly engineered suspension provides maximum stability and control, while our custom graphics let you stand out from the crowd. Trust us to help you ride with confidence and style. Welcome aboard to Pro Precision. They bring us the start here in Moto number 2 of round 3 of AOMX. It's race 2 in Lommel, and it starts now. Drag race into turn number 1. Doug gets there first again, but he's going to push out a little bit wide. Who gets to the line? It looks like Caden maybe snuck up the inside and got the whole shot. Doug officially gets it, but Caden around the outside is trying to take it from him. Over the jump first, dualies Doug and Caden. Cam goes down from a good start. Takes a lot of riders with him. No, it wasn't Cam. It was Caden, I think. And Cobb also down. Wait a minute. What just happened? Oh, no. We have a restart. Oh, my goodness. Kazi loading his internet. It went out. Sad. That was a good start, though. And we had dualies. That was a fun one on the first lap. So let's load them up again and see how they go. Looks like Cam down the far inside. Brax actually well down the inside now. So it looks like this is going to be a much different start than what we saw before. Dizzle still gets the far inside. TJ, Caden, Linz, Splash, Doug, Slurp, Seawalk, Ethan, Nathan, Coxie, Shark, Pran, Chase, Submac, Neon, Talon, Leonard, Axis, Gooey, and Jenkins. Those are the list of riders, and of course this one brought to you by Pro Precision. Definitely check them out, guys, if you haven't already. Everyone looking around, seeing who's to their left, who is to their right, who is going to push them out in turn number 1. And we are also about to find out. 15-second board is up. It goes sideways. Race 2 here in Belgium. Let's drop the gate again in Lommel. Doug again, another good start, but does he get the whole shot? Looks like Caden did sneak through this time to officially get it. So Caden with the whole shot, he comes through well. Take up there as well in second, with Neon actually moving into second. Splash, a good start this time. Dizzle, another good one. Use that inside to his advantage. Looks like Linz is in about 6th or 7th, so a good one for him. But Caden gets away scot-free this time. Where is Blacks, who got our first moto win? Or Brax, not Blacks. Where is he at? Not a good start for him as we see everyone funneling through on the first lap. Doolies. Neon and Caden tossing out front. Much better start for Neon. And he's trying to go after Caden for the race lead. These two starting to break away just a little bit at the front. And I forgot to put live timing up, so I will have to tab out and take a look in just a second. But I'll stick with you guys here for just a minute. As Caden leaves them down on the back straightaway. We just talked to him in the break there after finishing second in the first moto. Was really putting some heat on himself to come out with a better start in Moto 2 and hopefully get away from the field early on. He has done that. Now he's got to try to break away from everyone. Brax, your Moto 1 winner, 15th. Unofficially as things run. There is a take. There's Splash. Splash goes down. Cobb, Isaac, Chase, they go by. There's Linz, and then Brax has already made some passes. He goes by Cam. Brax is making some good early moves. He's between Cam and Linz, the AJP teammates, and then Brax makes a mistake. Cam gets him right back. Linz going to work on Splash and goes down. Don't know if he hit him or not, but just went down on the back tire there. And then another pileup up here. We got Cam down. Oh, man. Cam and Linz. Tough breaks on these opening laps, man. Just not working out in their favor. As we peek back out to the leader, and Caden is opening up the gap and opening it up in a hurry. He is gone. Neon, Take, and Isaac. Isaac goes down. Make sure he put enough fuel in that bike this time. So going through there was Cobb, who we saw finish up in the third position in the first moto, I believe. Chase, much better start for him. Splash, Isaac. And then there's that Shark, Linz, Brax, Ethan chaos going on. Look at them. 4 riders together. Dualies over the finish line jump. And then this lead battle, also a good one. I mean, not the lead battle, second battle, because Caden is gone, but Neon, Take, Cobb, Chase, Splash, and Isaac, and then Linz, Brax, Ethan, TJ, Shark. I mean, golly, this is damn near an ARL race, as down goes Neon in the back straightaway, and that entire group behind him goes by. He's going to fall behind Isaac, who was in 6th, and Neon goes back behind him. So, yeah, don't crash. That's what Caden's trying to do right now. Don't crash. He is just gone at the front of the field. But this is setting up a good battle behind him as Cobb makes a mistake. Chase is going to go by into second. Cobb regroups. He's still third. Take and Isaac get together. Isaac, what a save. Sideways off the rear fender of Take. And then Neon with Isaac, and then Splash, Linz. Brax chatting with us, says this game is great. His bike just blew off the track. Oh, wait, so that means he's out, right? Where is he? Flew off the track somewhere. Is he falling down below? I don't know if you can even see that, or if his bike just stays on the side of the track. But our Moto 1 winner. Oh my gosh, Brax is out of this. Flew off the side of the track and his game crashed. Oh. Pibbs. My guy. I don't understand how you have so many players. 4,000 people played this game last Sunday when the new OEMs came out at a time. And Pibbs is just sitting on his hands. What are you doing? All right, so with Brax out of this, the podiums certainly open up. Caden is about a shoe-in to win this thing at this point, but don't count out Cobb. Cobb mixing it up right behind Chase. A much better start for Linz in this moto, coming together with Isaac and Splash. So this group right here is actually really good. A lot of fast guys in here. very talented racers in this game. Looks like a mistake from Chase, and Cobb is going to try to take advantage. Old Hearts Department and SLD going at it, with Linz on the AJP FXR program now closing up onto Cobb. Isaac right behind him. Brax and Cam retired. Looks like Talon might already be out of this one as well. Tough break for him as Cobb and Linz almost come together. Now Isaac. Oh! Isaac to the inside of Linz and Splash, and those were 3 lines coming together, and a bomb just exploded over there as Neon goes flying, or Splash I should say, goes flying off the track, gets passed by Neon. That was huge, that coming together right there. Look at this, Cobb to the inside trying to get Chase, hasn't got him yet. 3 riders nose to tail right here. Remember, Isaac did not score points in the first moto because he ran out of fuel, but he could have potentially landed himself a 5th in the first moto, which arguably might now be a podium losing decision to not fill up his tank all the way. Because if he had gone 5-2, 5-3 even, it's going 5-4 right now and might even be sitting on a podium spot. But, of course, 21st instead. Hashtag sad. I think we need a couple Fs in the chat for Isaac and his fuel tank. Looks like it's well and truly full this time as he punts Cobb off the track and passes him to go up into 3rd. There's Linz, and pretty big gap now behind them, so this group has broken away. There is Splash jumping his way in, and then Shark with Neon right behind him. Dizzle, a take, and Submac going by. There is TJ. Rough round for him. Almost got 3rd in the first moto, but another bad start in the second moto. Ethan just went down, and here comes Nathan. Yeah, not ideal for sure if you're TJ tonight, leading the championship and finding yourself buried in this group. In fact, he is, let's see. There's Ethan. Did TJ fall again, or did he just pass a bunch of people and I missed it? Must have passed a bunch of people and I missed it. My apologies. He's up here somewhere. There he is. Up there with Submac. So, what is the thoughts on the OEMs now, people? Curious thoughts, because we're seeing some frustration starting to boil in, I feel like. Seemed like day 1 reviews pretty mixed. Some pros liked them, some pros didn't. But our guy Cam over there, not having a good time. Hate to see it. So TJ's up to 8th, though. Good ride for him to come through the field. Yeah, Fizzle is on the money right there. We just need actual game updates, honestly. We're really starting to hurt as a community for MX Bikes that there's so much positivity going on with the mod community. The racing community seems to be really strong as well. And there's just nothing being updated about the game. There really isn't. You know, it comes down to the mod team to try to make the changes positively or negatively, depending on how you feel about it for the game when it comes to how the bikes ride. But that's about it, man. Netcode is still a huge problem. Lags spike's still a big problem. Hey, Blake loves Diablo gifting a tier 1 sub to our community, and that tier 1 sub went to Drojfa, or Dr. OJF, baby. What are we talking about? So thank you, Blake loves Diablo, for the gifted sub. Good sir, thank you so much. Our guy right here, we talked to him in between motos, Caden. Got his checkbook out in this one, and he is gone. Checked out from the field to the tune of 20 seconds. And now that we have a little bit of leeway here, I want to pull up live timing again. Caden has 2 seconds of penalties. Chase only has 1 second of penalties, but I mean, they are literally 20 seconds back. Here's that fight for second right now. Looks like Chase just went off the track and got passed by a couple guys. Isaac's up to second, and Linz is right there pushing him with Cobb bringing up Caboose. I think Cobb's still in position to get second overall as it runs with no Brax on the track. Again, if you're just joining us, Brax won the first moto. Then thanks to, we'll just call it game physics, got booted completely off the map in the second moto, and his game crashed. And that sucks, because I was setting up to be a good showdown. Brax was actually running through the field quite well, I feel like, in the early goings of that. And in the end, he is not going to finish this moto. So Caden, who did win the first moto, is now... He is not the stepdad, but he is the dad who is stepping up, and he is out of here in this thing. Oh, big crash for Isaac. Goes up and over the bars. And that is going to allow Linz up into second place. I think he was already second place on corrected time, but now it's helped Cobb get into third as well. Ayo, shout out MXB Ayo with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, good sir. And guys, don't forget, if you have your Prime subs, it's very much appreciated if you use them on me. I totally get it if not. I really do. But if you got them, it's very much appreciated if you do. I guess now is as good a time as any to let most of you guys know who are here and the MX Bikes community at large that I am not a full-time journalist in the moto industry anymore. The company I left RacerX to work for has decided to move on from their really kind of full-time U.S. operation, and that cut my job. So still doing some work with some companies, but pretty much putting a lot of time into Start Your Systems, as many of you has seen of late. So we're getting after it, people. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the coverage. Oh, Lynn's bouncing awkwardly through there. Peek back over to the leader, Caden, see how things are going, because I'm curious when he's going to hit lappers. They're not here. They're not... let's see. Sweeper. Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins. Holding down 22nd is Mr. Jenkins. And any second now... Oh, nope. Caden already went by. He is right here. Sorry. That's how fast he's going, man. We can't even catch him. Just cruising, man. Out of here, and... Yep, they're not even over here yet. So here comes second place, maybe 4 corners back now, Linz. But hey, kudos to Linz, because it's super late where he is. He is streaming, so there's a reason to keep streaming. But that first moto seemed to be nothing but frustration for him. And as we've seen with a few other guys out there, when the frustrations are high, you just call it a night, as he goes down actually out of second. And bigger man than me, I feel like I maybe would have had my controller through my window. Stream would have been shut down already. But he comes back with a vengeance, and this is the Linz we expect to see right now in Moto 2. And really, this is, you know, new territory for a lot of these guys. Linz, the EU 450 champ, Rax, the NA 450 champ. These guys These are the staples of the community, the ones that we know that are the fast ones, but new OEMs change the status quo every single time that it comes about. Ooh, Lynn's down again. That's a tough spot to go down because he's going to see all these guys with momentum scoot by as Isaac goes back into second now. Isaac himself, though, does have 5 seconds of cuts. So it's actually on corrected time. Well, no, it is Isaac now, even on corrected time, back into second. Lynn's gets right back by Cobb and then goes down again. So now Lynn's is starting to hit the struggle bus again. Did Chase just go down? Yeah, Chase just went down, I think, hitting Lynn's. And suddenly TJ is in this group. Splash and TJ working together coming forward has now caught the back of whatever this group that you call second through fourth has been most of the time. Battling each other, and it wasn't looking good for TJ, I will say. But now it's starting to come back in his favor a little bit. He does have 5 seconds of penalties. So that's not ideal, but picking up valuable points and more crucially beating Ethan, who was, provisionally speaking, second in the championship coming into tonight. If you're just joining us, the man who won the first 2 rounds of the year, Rax, received a penalty after Spring Creek. I think it was docked 5 places in Moto 2, ended up going 1-6, and gave this gentleman right here, TJ, the official overall. That happened because he and Splash came together on the uphill by the catapult. And that was intentionally done by Rax, so got a 5-place penalty. And now is not here for round 2. Or round 3, I should say. Can't keep my dates up to snuff here. I mean, look, people, I'm less than a week away from welcoming a baby boy into the world, so my mind is a little bit, let's just say, not all there right now. But we're still grinding. So Jenkins has now been lapped by Caden, and soon should be lapped by Isaac. And then Cobb, TJ coming through, Splash, and then Lynn's just ahead of Chase. Fantic City back here. All these guys are getting used to the Fantic. So someone will have to explain to me, perhaps, the intricate differences between the Fantic and the Yamaha, because at base it's the same bike. The engine dyno's slightly different because it's a year-old Yamaha, but geometrically it should be the exact same. So what did the OEM team do to throw this thing for a loop? I'm curious why so many people like the Fantic more. Or is it still, do they use the same frame as the old 23 Yamaha? Is that the thing? Or the old 22 Yamaha, I guess it'd be? Fantic feels like it has more grip and power. Okay, interesting. I will say I have been doing a little bit of testing myself, and as IB Kelso, or Ibs Kelso likes to say, C-Class versus the World. Yeah, I don't really feel much difference between the Fantic and the Yamaha, but I do feel that those bikes are very good. Haven't really picked a favorite yet. It's like Chase just missed that inside rut, and Splash is trying to take advantage. This is a fight for 5th. Chase, Splash, and Lynn's dualies, big ones, and Splash trying to absolutely give it to us. Goes for a ride and then gets into Lynn's and goes down. 2 lines coming together again. Sad. What's the gap like back here? Submac and Coxie coming over together. They are battling for 8th. And a little further back should be Neon. Another 12 seconds or so. There he is. Neon and Ethan coming over together. All right, so where's our leader? He should be somewhere over here. Yes, there he is. Caden. Coming to get the 2-lap board this time by, and he is there. And second is right there, Isaac. And to Isaac's credit, fastest rider on the track last time by, no, sorry, Chase was at a 2:02.1, but a 2:02.2 for Isaac. Literally went 5 seconds a lap faster than Caden last time by, but then Caden just absolutely dropped in a 2:02.1 this time by. So what does Isaac have? As the 2-lap board comes out, Isaac drops in a 2:03.7. So there it is to denote 2 laps to go. There's Cobb in third, on his way to second overall likely. TJ has gotten to fourth, and he might be running Cobb down. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Splash in P5. Lynn's back into sixth, just ahead of Chase. And then, like we said, that big gap back to Coxie in eighth. Ninth for Submac, and 10th, not Jenkins. It is Ethan now who has passed Neon. So these two have exchanged positions. Not a whole lot of battling going on, though. And this gentleman right here is making it look very easy out front. Hopping up to the hill and off, just bouncing through. Inside lines. Oof, kind of bounces off that outside one a little bit awkwardly. Dizzle going a lap down now. 19th place for him. So did get another good start and did go backwards again. Post-race chat will likely be quite similar to what we saw in Moto number 1 with him. Surprisingly, not many people have been lapped. Only 4 riders are officially a lap down. Quite a few retired. Brax, Cam, a Take, Peak, Axis, Cast. All out of this one. Talon's still going. He's 2 laps down. As Nathan now moves aside and lets our leader Caden go by on the final lap. Nathan running in 18th and pretty far back at Leonard. So smart move right there, and for his sake, he's just trying to make sure Dizzle doesn't pass him. And there's Talon, 2 laps down. And we're going to have to talk to Talon about what happened, because he was a lap down very early on. So I don't know if he missed a section of the track or something. Very interesting, to say the least. So now it's a victory lap for this man, Caden. Would have been fun to see what he had against Brax in Moto 2. Brax getting the game crash really spoiled a fun battle for us, but this is the Caden that we expect to be this good this often, and he has taken this moto and ran with it, man. Got the start that he needed and wanted. I think officially did get credited with the whole shot as well. Might lap one more rider before we get this thing done, but either way, he's got a huge lead, and penalties in his favor this time, only 2 seconds of it. But when you got a big lead, you can focus on staying on the track instead of pushing the envelope, and he's done that. Gonna have a little tip over right there. Gets up and keeps on going, though. Now just doing heel clickers down the straightaway. And he's just having fun with it, as he should. It's always fun to win. Doesn't matter when you do it or how you do it. Showing up for some AOMX racing. And trying to click off a victory here. 2 turns left to go. Well, he nearly got the dub in Moto 1 and said in our interview with him that he was ready to come back and get it done in Moto 2. He gets the start. He leads every lap. Caden takes the dub here tonight at Lommel. 2-1 performance. And he is your overall winner. Now we wait for Isaac to bring it home in second. And there it is for him, and it does look like indeed Cobb should get on the box. TJ did pass him. Let's see if corrected time is favorable, though. It is going to be very close. It's 4 seconds of penalties more that TJ has on his ballot. And Cobb, wow, just missed getting third in the moto by 0.6 of a second. We'll have to see how the podiums shake down. Linz crosses P5 in this one. Pretty good performance to come back in that one. And Chase, second for a lot of that one, will end up in 6th. P7 for Splash. Submac bringing it home in 8th. And depending on how close Coxie got, we'll see if penalties affect that. Yeah, no, Coxie stays down the order. Ethan ends up in 10th. So Coxie 9th, Ethan 10th. And we should see Doug and Neon coming through. There they are. They're having a good fight. Doug has more penalties than Neon, though. So this is an easy 11th in the end for Neon. Doug 12th. And there's Shark. Good ride for him. I think he got lapped in Moto 1, and this time he's going to turn it around and get 13th. So nice to see him have a bit of a reconnaissance there. And there is Seawalk coming through in 14th place for him. Nicely done. Slurp. Oh, we're going to see Pran coming through in front of Slurp, actually. So Pran picks up 15th. On corrected time, will it be the same? Let's see. No, Slurp gets him back. And Leonard also gets Pran back. So Pran had too many penalties there. And Jenkins goes for a bit of a ride, but he should finish up our last points paying position. No, Gooey did. Jenkins was 2 laps down. Interesting. Tisk there, but it is Caden from Isaac, TJ, Cobb, and Linz inside of the top 5 of Moto 2 here. So now we'll be able to meet with and chat with a few of our podium finishers. I'm not sure officially who got 2nd and 3rd. I know Caden gets the dub. I'm feeling like it's going to be Cobb and TJ 2nd and 3rd, but I don't remember what order. So we'll get official confirmation here in just a minute and talk to these boys as well. On the heels of a very good night of racing once again. So we'll wait to chat with our winners in just a moment, see how they fared and how things went for their side of the story. But how about it, folks? Lommel, goodness, that was a gnarly racetrack by the end of it. Let's take a quick peek around this thing, because obviously you can see how deep some of these ruts got dug down. Even on corner entry right here, these got built up a little bit more. Look at that right there. Can you imagine trying to stay on the right side of that rut? Stay high in it, be able to cut through the corners smoothly. I like how open-ended this line came right here. It wore down on the left side. It also was a pretty favorable line on the right side. And hold on, I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm going to see if this guy wants to talk on. All right, so we're on the line right now with Cade Clayson, ladies and gentlemen. He's new to MX Bikes, and he's trying to get his tires fixed. So what, are you not loading into the game, sir?
No, when I go to my garage to apply the new tires for this update, it's just all question marks. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Did you put the new tires PKZ in the tires folder?
I did.
Anybody in chat want to help us out with Cade here? Maybe our guy Dizzle. Dizzle, do you know what's Cade's game's problem here?
That would probably be a question for Talon.
Yeah, we're trying to help you out, Cade, and see if the chat can help you out. Well, we're live on twitch.tv/Start Your Systems TV, good sir. But we're in the AOMX A main lobby, and it just ended actually. So you're catching us at the tail end of the stream. Did you remove the old tires? Is what people are asking.
I did.
Remove the old tires, put the new tires in. I mean, that should work. Did you make a new setup? Maybe make a new setup, like default setup with all the new stuff, new tires and stuff on your setup.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like they're saying, click the other tire, then click back, because you might still be defaulting to the old tire.
No tires. That's what I mean. Like all my tires.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you go into like make your setup. Oh, I guess if you can't see them, how would you be able to?
But maybe it's because there's like an old setup or something. I don't know.
Did you delete? Did you delete your old setups?
I didn't delete my old setup stuff.
Someone says click the marked box where it's question marks and click on 110 or 120. Do you have that when you click on the question marks?
Hold on a second. I'm almost there. No, literally nothing pops down.
Yeah, you got some problems, man. All right, well, I will call you back in just a minute. I got to interview the winners of this race, but all right, dude. All right,
All right.
let's chat with you guys here.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Cade was asking a game
All
question.
good.
Yeah. So who we got? Who we chatting to?
We got a couple people waiting here.
we
if you
will
wanna
have,
bring in-
Cade is joining soon, or Caden's joining soon, and we just got to give him a minute.
we wanna
So we'll
start off
have
with third.
Caden won the overall. Then we have Tyler J got second, and then Cobb got third.
You want to start with first or third?
Either way, whatever you guys would like to do.
All right.
I guess we'll
Here's
do-
third place. Cobb.
Hello.
Right, third place, Cobb getting on the box tonight, man. How's it feel getting a podium in the AOMX Championship, buddy?
I would take mine, I'm not gonna lie. I was just Thomas Shelby. Yeah.
Is it just this track that you gelled with, or what was it that worked for you tonight?
I'm more consistent on the new OEMs. On God.
Okay, all right. So you're the throttle control Jesus.
Well, I didn't think I was, because I just rode 250s, but I was just very smooth.
We got people in chat saying you're a Lommel warrior. So are you actually a little bit more familiar with this track than the rest of them?
2013 Lommel, I put about 200 hours into that track, I'm not gonna lie. That was quite sad.
All right, so you like the deep sand. You come through. You get two good moto results as well, and you charge forward in both motos. Can you just describe, I guess, how you felt racing this track, how the dynamic of the track changed with the road as well?
The E-Road was, I don't even know, to be honest. The E-Road was alright, but Fiend saved me, I'm not gonna lie. I just prayed to Fiend.
Pretty defeat. Okay, fair enough. Who would you like to thank, man, getting on the box here in AOMX?
God, for keeping me safe. Like, that was dangerous out there. And for driving me to the track. Thank you.
All right. Well,
And John Paul. Sorry, John Paul.
Yep, of course. All right, man. Congratulations, P3. Go ahead and head on back and celebrate it with the crew. And hopefully we'll see you back here in AOMX crushing it again.
Thank you.
All right, that was Cobb finishing up P3. What was his moto scores again? I know he got fourth in that one. Was it 4-4?
He went 5-4.
5-4 for third overall. Well done to him. So now I
All
assume
right, we'll
we're
bring
gonna
in
talk
Tyler
to-
J, our second place overall and still points leader.
All right, here it is. Second place on the evening. Still the championship leader holding that red plate. Tyler J, a.k.a. TJ. Man, for you, wild night. I feel like both motos you had to come through the field a little bit. Probably not an ideal way to get second, but at the end of the day, second feels pretty good, I'm sure.
Yeah, but alright. It will do, I guess. It's sand though. Sand's just impossible. It's like trying to ride against people who like. Well, I guess it's the new EMs as well. To be fair, because everyone's learning them, aren't they? So everyone's just all over the place, and it was carnage.
Is this the first time for you that you've done an actual like race on the new OEMs?
Yeah.
So how did you actually?
It's
What?
rough.
Go ahead.
I've played. Well, I've done testing, and that's it.
So some testing.
Big
How,
hot.
how did you feel they actually raced? Like squaring guys off and all that
They
stuff.
did,
Obviously,
yeah.
sand is tough,
Yeah.
but
I mean, you can't really do any of that on this track, but it's not made for these OEMs, so you can't really fault the track really, to be fair.
Yep, fair enough. For you, now you kind of boast a pretty large championship lead with Rax not racing tonight, Ethan not having a very good night either. Just kind of take me through your mindset now that you have this big championship lead and a little bit of cushion heading into the middle start part of the championship.
I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Just show up on the race and see what happens. But
Yeah.
I've seen there's like 5 sand tracks. I know I hate sand. Like sand, like
Only 4.
there's nothing
Only
worse.
4.
there's nothing worse than sand. Nothing. I hate it.
You're welcome.
I don't want to play it to get better, yeah. So I just turn up and just struggle like that. I whole shot the first race from 0 to 0 in the click of a finger. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because, like you said, you whole shot the first race. You're a guy that tends to get pretty good starts. How did this start feel tonight? Because it seemed like everybody pushed wide, but still a couple guys were able to sneak through on the inside.
It's just hard. It just depends on how people use their brain, really. Because I came out like 4th, and then just everyone comes flat out into the second corner, and then that's where everyone dies. If people just braked and just followed the leader, no one would crash.
Yep. Yeah, fair enough. So for you, it's been a pretty eventful week. Obviously, when MX Bikes of Nations, new OEMs come out, now you have this massive championship lead. Have you been able to kind of relax and soak up how cool it's been for you the last week or so?
Yeah, Nations was sick. That's probably like the best thing so far in this game. Like, scrap the championships. Nations was probably the best.
Yeah, that's awesome. And of course, congratulations for getting that done. Now, Red Plate in this series, second here tonight. Who would you like to thank for getting you back up on the box here?
I'd like to thank Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. And special thanks to Cobb for keep making me renders. And Benji Fern, aka Sam the Salad, for like just keep making me fire bikes.
All right, man. Right on. Congrats to you. And yeah, keep crushing it, man. We'll see you back next week with that red plate shining bright.
Thank you.
All right. That is our second place man, Tyler J, a.k.a. TJ, getting the job done here tonight from a couple bad starts. Came through the field well.
Now he has a 30-point lead over Rax and a 35 over Ethan in third.
Wow. So there you go, folks. 30-point championship lead already, 3 rounds in for TJ. So now we'll get a chance to talk to the man of the hour, the man of the evening. We've already spoken to him once, but here he is, your overall winner from round 3 of AOMX. It's Caden. Wow, man, what a night. We talked to you in between motos, like I said, and you said just trying to get that start and get off to a good lead early on, and that kind of seemed to be the crucial point, man. You got out front early and took off.
Yeah, that was I've never really had a good start, so I'm pretty pumped to have some like pretty perfect starts, to be honest.
Yeah, so what was it? I think, we had like a sort of start, and then the second start you got the whole shot, but you almost whole shot the second moto start. Did you just find a little bit better comfort off the gate in the second moto, not spin up, or what was it?
Yeah, I just we were testing it out in private lobbies and stuff, doing starts, and we just found just a good technique, I guess. Just worked.
Yeah, no kidding. It definitely worked. And then you get a pretty big advantage early on. I think you opened up maybe 10, 15 seconds by the second lap. Was there a point in that moto where you started thinking management mode, or were you just wide open until the end?
Honestly, I wasn't really thinking about anything. I was just kind of just riding and just trying to keep it consistent, I guess.
It's nice when it comes together like that, right? Not having to do much, and you end up getting a nice, easy win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, many congratulations getting the job done here tonight. Who would you like to thank, man, for the win?
I'd like to thank Nitro Development, Splash Performance, and Flumsy.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Go ahead and celebrate this one. Big one for Caden getting the job done, and thanks for joining us and taking some time, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, that was Caden, your winner here tonight at round 3 of AOMX from Lommel. And we'll wrap it up now with our boys Dizzle and Talon here. I'm going to start with you, Dizzle, because again, you got up front, man. You got a good start. I think you went down on the tabletop finish line on the first lap, but I saw you getting lapped, and I'm like, man, not a good moto again.
Yeah, kind of essentially the same exact thing happened for the most part. I think just more people ended up retiring in that second moto, so I ended up finishing a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know, man. The game was not nice to me in those closing moments in either moto. Kind of sucked. I'm kind of bummed because I felt like I was pretty quick here. But what can you do?
Yeah, tough night for you. And then on the flip side, Talon, what the heck happened, man? Like lap 2, I look on the board, you're a lap down, and then you finish the race, but what happened?
So MX Bikes is a little weird, and sometimes your lap doesn't count. So Cam was down right on the finish line, and I thought I went over it. So it bounced me backwards, and instead of going over it twice, where it gave me a whole bunch of cuts, thinking I cut the entire track, I just went around it. And I guess it didn't count my lap that time. So that's just kind of why I was lap down, but I was back there regardless. I was behind Dizzle the whole race until like the last lap. So basically, where it showed me on the leaderboard, I was in the same spot, just one less lap down.
Yeah, tough moto for both of you guys, but man, been a fun 3 rounds so far of AOMX racing, and I feel like other than maybe a couple hiccups, everything's ran pretty smooth so far. So I'm sure you guys are also like happy that we're into the championship pretty far and everything's going well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been going pretty good. I know we had a little hiccup here in the first moto. We had the jump start. I know one of our rules, I explain it pretty clearly. As long as if somebody jump starts, we restart it one more time. That's it. We go. And then the second moto, I know we had another restart. Little late after the gate dropped, but literally 2 seconds before the gate dropped, Splash ended up saying, "Wait, restart." I didn't get in. I didn't really see it until he said another message after we were in the first corner. So that's on me, my fault. I restarted it a little late. But he did say something before the gate dropped, and that's one of my rules. Once the gate drops, we go. So he said it beforehand. We restarted it. But other than that, everything went pretty good. Yeah, I hope everybody had fun again.
Well, I had fun calling it. It was a good time to watch these guys gruel through this track, man. It looked brutal out there. My thumb's already hurt from watching it. So, yeah, good night of racing. Lommel done and dusted, and we get to go to Redbud next week for round 4 of this championship. Dizzle, Talon, thanks, boys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you very much. We appreciate you doing this for us. I know I think you'll be taking a break here from streaming.
We'll see.
Going into next week, or?
We will see.
Okay.
Whenever the baby arrives is when he arrives.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It'll be for everyone watching. If he does, it'll be on B-Rod's channel on Twitch next week if Kellen can't.
Yes, and if I do not stream, I will let everyone know through our feeds and stuff like that it won't be me, and link to B-Rod so you guys can also check it out as well. And kudos to him for filling my spot while I am gone. But I might be back next week. We will have to see. I'll let you guys know for sure, though.
Yeah.
And we'll make something happen. But thanks, boys. Good seeing you again.
No, we appreciate it, brother.
All right. That is going to do it for us here tonight at round number 3 of the AOMX Championship in MX Bikes. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Hopefully it was a good show to watch. We finally get a little bit of, I don't know if closure is the right word, but a little bit of sense of direction, I guess, is the right way to put it for how these new OEMs are going to race. A sand track may not tell all the story, but it tells some of the story of who is actually comfortable on these bikes and who is still learning them and trying to develop on them. So where we go from this, who knows? Redbud joins us next week for round 4 of the championship, and we might see some more chaos. We might see some new winners. We've now had technically 3 different winners from 3 rounds, with Rax winning the opener, and then TJ winning round 2, and Caden winning tonight. We'll see what happens from here. Yes, Cobb, I do upload the VOD right away, so as soon as this is done, it is on Start Your Systems TV on YouTube. You guys can check it out there. The Twitch VOD should publish pretty much immediately as well, so you guys can see it there. But that's going to do it for us here. Round 3 of AOMX done and dusted here at Lommel. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thanks, everyone who backs the stream and supports it along the way. And we hope to see you guys next week, or if I'm not here next week, we hope to see you guys when we return to action covering AOMX Championship in MX Bikes. McKellen Brower signing off for the night, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.